Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Alan Troop, reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Monday, November 18th. Tonight, we report on the power outage on Saturday night and the resistance the county commissioners had about a proposed moratorium on marijuana. In sports, Bob Kirkpatrick reports on the end of the state tournament run for Moses Lake. And our spotlight story tonight is about a group of people running to help the Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story tonight, all of Ephrata and Soap Lake lost power on Saturday night. A transmission line on A Street Southeast in Ephrata fell and caused a fire, damaging transmission lines which caused the power outage. Grant County PUD spokesman Thomas Stredwick said all of Ephrata and Soap Lake and parts of Quincy lost power at about 6:50 p.m. Roughly 10,000 customers were without power. iFIBER Communications lost the ability to deliver internet service during the outage when backup batteries were drained. By 8 p.m., the power was restored and internet service resumed. Several people opposed Grant County's proposed 6-month moratorium on permits related to marijuana retailers, producers, and processors. The commissioners held a public hearing on the moratorium, drawing a few people from across the state and a few people from the county. Planning Director Damian Hooper told the commissioners he needed the delay so the Planning Commission, along with other officials, could reconcile the difference between the State Liquor Control Board rules with the county's code. The delay brought concerns from several people that it would possibly mean Grant County residents won't be able to do business here. Goldendale land surveyor Stuart Chisholm called the possible industry a great investment opportunity. He argued every 350 square feet in a producing operation would mean a job which could possibly pay $15 an hour.
Crunch time is now because the application period starts Monday. You have 30 days, and then after that the state says we don't know when we're going to do more applications or anything. It would be a disservice to your county to put a flat ban on this because we'll look elsewhere to do something. Maybe a temporary, okay, you can put in your application, this will be okay as long as you abide by the Liquor Control Board rules as well as our new rules concerning, signs or fences or something or whatever.
Commissioner Carol Ann Swartz said it takes a while for the regulations to go through the county's process.
Instead of going back and fixing it later, we want to do it correctly the first time. And like Commissioner Stevens was saying, we're not saying it's going to be hard, fast, 6 months, no way, that kind of thing. We just, we work with our planning department, we work with the Sheriff's Office, we work with the Liquor Control Board just as of, what was that, a month ago was where we finally got some fairly rigid rules and regulations, or at least some guidelines. That doesn't give us a whole lot of time, and so this is what we're asking for. We're trying to get some time so that we can do this correct.
Ephrata attorney Nick Wallace pointed out revisions to the Grant County Code happen all the time, saying it's in a constant state of flux.
We need to impose a moratorium and put our local constituents, your constituents, my clients, at a competitive disadvantage in the agricultural market. We can clean up the code. That's a tedious process. It takes time, but it's in a cost-benefit analysis. Delaying by way of imposing a moratorium is going to put local folks at a disadvantage. And so I would ask that if you are going to consider a moratorium, that it not be 6 months. It needs to be significantly less. And on behalf of my clients, they would prefer no moratorium so they can make prudent business decisions based upon the will of the state of Washington.
Each of the people you see here has warrants for their arrest and is wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DLC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. We will be back after these messages with the latest from our iFIBER One Weather Center, sports, and more news.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Good food, cold beer, and plenty of entertainment. That's what Sporty Steakhouse is all about. Open 6 a.m. every day. We offer over 100 reasonably priced menu items with 24 different ice-cold beers on tap and a wide variety of spirits. Come in with your favorite group, watch the game on our big screen TV, shoot pool, play shuffleboard, and more. We have live music and DJs, so find us on Facebook for upcoming events. Located on East Broadway Avenue in Moses Lake. Sporty Steakhouse, where good friends meet.
Well, hi there, everybody. I'm meteorologist Don Morelli with you on this Monday evening. Hope you had a great start to your work week. By the way, your forecast brought to you by Bud Cleary Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Here are the headlines this week. Very chilly. That's all we really have to say. It's going to get pretty chilly. But we have one more nice day as far as temperatures go for tomorrow. We have a few lingering showers. It's rather a gray day at times, but still, most of the showers were staying away. But there's still a slight chance of a sprinkle, especially the first half of the evening. And then nice, a milder than normal day for our Tuesday. But you better enjoy it because near 20 for lows, near 40 for highs. Pretty much the rest of the week after tomorrow. Well, here's where we fared today. 49 near 50 for the afternoon high. Normally 44, morning low 43. What's that? 1 degree lower than what the daytime high should be was what the morning low was. Again, that's compliments because there's some cloud cover. That's Mother Nature's own little blanket with some clouds overnight. As far as the morning low in Moses Lake, 43 when normally 29. So again, very mild start for our Monday morning. 51 was where we topped out during the afternoon. And right now we have 46 degrees. I just looked outside, I didn't see any sprinkles, but I guess we're reporting one. At least there are a few out there still. 41 degrees the dew point. That tells me there could be a little fog, but some drying in the atmosphere will be taking place. But don't be surprised to see some patchy fog overnight tonight to start our Tuesday morning. You can see the satellite picture shows the clouds that have been with us on and off the past 24 hours. So rather gray, but we are looking for some improvement. Some drier weather will eventually get here. And when it does, it'll get colder. We have cold Arctic air to our north and east, and this is going to back its way into us as this little system finally slips to the east. As it does so, the counterclockwise winds pulls it back into us. So we'll see a cooling trend and a drying trend to take place during the midweek time frame. This moisture up to our north is going to get shunted up and over us. So we're not looking for any precipitation either coming our way after a little sprinkle or so overnight tonight. Forecast for the state, generally partly cloudy, mostly sunny skies developing, mid to high 40s coastal sections, lingering showers, especially over the mountains in the inland northwest. As we zoom on in, looking forward to a pretty nice day. I'll get out of the way. You can see temperatures upper 40s, lower 50s. Again, that's way above where we should be this time of the year. Low to mid 40s, normally the daytime high, and we'll be below that, paying our dues for the nice weather tomorrow for the rest of the work week with a chill in the air. Sports is coming up next, so you better keep it here on iFIBER Channel 1 News.
Ombudsman? Ombudsman?
No matter how you say it, Washington State's long-term care ombudsman program means real people helping real people.
By advocating on behalf of our state's most vulnerable citizens, ombudsmen help ensure the health, safety, and welfare of our long-term care residents. By volunteering their time, they give a powerful voice to those who might never be heard. Washington State's long-term care ombudsman program, real people helping real people.
What's important at Eagle Home Mortgage is taking care of our clients, being honest, and doing loans full of integrity.
We understand that every borrower's situation is unique. We offer a variety of products to help meet individual requirements.
What sets us apart is that we get things done, and we get things done at a fast pace. It doesn't take days and days. Se habla español.
Welcome back. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick with today's sports. Well, the last of the local high school teams finished up state play over the weekend. Moses Lake football had a tough first round draw in the 4A state championships in the Chihuahua Riverhawks. The teams faced off at Edgar Brown Stadium in Pasco Saturday, and it was Chihuahua coming away with a decisive 52-13 win. The Chiefs put a scare into the highly favored Riverhawks on a 55-yard touchdown pass from Easton Castro to Tyson Carstetter, and a point-after attempt by Ren Riley to go up 7-0 with 4 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first quarter and quiet the home crowd. Chihuahua answered back on a 52-yard TD run by Clifton Lozano and an extra point by Matt Wynn to tie it 14 seconds later, and then capitalized on a Moses Lake turnover deep in Chiefs territory with 3 minutes on the clock to take a 14-7 lead and round out the first quarter scoring. A 26-yard Riley field goal with 4 minutes left in the first half closed the gap to 14-10. But a 1-yard pass from Joey Zamora to Zion Singleton as time expired put the Riverhawks up 21-10. Isaiah Ritchie returned the second half kick 99 yards for a score, and a 9-yard run by Lozano 3 minutes later opened up the floodgates for Chihuahua, and the rout was on. The Chiefs added another Riley field goal late in the third quarter for the 13th point of the game. Wenatchee squeaked by Gig Harbor 33-31 and placed Chihuahua in the second round. The Almira Cooley Heartline Warriors finished 6th in the 1B state volleyball tournament Saturday. ACH turned back Sunnyside Christian 3-2 in a first-round action Friday morning, but lost a quarterfinal match to Mount Vernon 3-1 and were bounced down into the consolation bracket. The Warriors beat Shoreline Christian 3-0 Saturday morning, but were shut out by Pateros 3-0 in an afternoon game in a contest for 5th and 6th place. Moses Lake Christian Academy dropped its opening match 3-1 to Mount Vernon Christian Friday morning and were knocked down in the consolation bracket. The Lions matched up with Sunnyside Christian, needing a win to stay alive in the tournament, but were handed a 3-1 loss by the Knights and were eliminated from postseason play. And finally, the Lady Vikings finished the regular season at 5-9 and found themselves in a three-way tie with Yakima Valley and Columbia Basin for the 4th and final playoff spot in NWAC East Region volleyball action. But the Yaks owned the tiebreaker over both teams, and the season came to an end for Big Bend. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Call us crazy, but we like to think a clean car runs a little better. Increase the value of your truck, car, boat, or RV at Avila Detailing in Moses Lake by giving it that special look you've been waiting for. Beat the heat with tinted windows. Let us shampoo or reupholster the inside of your ride. You've put in a lot of miles this summer. Isn't it about time for a tune-up? And keep in mind that we offer free pickup and drop-off. Like us on Facebook for our weekly specials. Avila Detailing in Moses Lake. Give your ride what it deserves.
Are you looking to improve your or your child's smile? At Aati Orthodontics, we make it our mission to make braces more affordable and fun. Our business has proudly served the Columbia Basin for over 20 years, and our new, conveniently located state-of-the-art facility offers a relaxing environment full of fun activities for the kids. We accept all types of insurance and have convenient payment plans available. Give us a call for a complimentary evaluation, no referral needed, or check us out on the web and make an appointment online.
Our spotlight story tonight is about a group of people running and walking to help the Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation. Here with the story is reporter Jeff Chu.
The third annual Moses Lake 5K Turkey Trot raised a record amount of money, almost $5,400, to fight cancer in the Columbia Basin. Event organizer Kelsey Grant said she and volunteers were happy to see the Saturday event drew 148 runners, walkers, even their dogs, to traverse the trails and sidewalks of Moses Lake. The event started at Blue Heron Park. Grant, who is now a Washington State University student, started the Turkey Trot 3 years ago as her senior project at Moses Lake High School. Proceeds go to the Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation. Many of those in the race have been touched by cancer at least once in their lives, including Kelsey, who lost her grandmother to the disease.
A lot of people are affected by cancer and they want to help, and that's exactly why I'm doing it.
She talked about Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation and what it does.
And it just helps and supports people who have been diagnosed with cancer. Last year was for the Susan G. Komen. My sister and her coworkers were on the team for Susan G. Komen, and they just ran it this September. So that's what the fundraising, I changed it last year for them. People can come in and get either physical or emotional therapy or all sorts of different things, and just gives hope to them and helps out families and everything. Everywhere in the Columbia Basin, people come to them. Hopefully everyone keeps supporting us and help the Cancer Foundation. They need a lot of help. They're helping a lot of people.
Jennifer Atnip of Moses Lake said she recently lost an uncle to cancer, a medical history that runs in her family. She was there with 4 others in her family who ran or walked in the event and sporting turkey hats.
I want to support the cause. I'm hoping for a cure, and maybe we can get this thing taken care of so my family and our genetics can kind of have something to fall back on and help us heal from it.
Anna Hers, who ran with her dog Jake, explained why she was there.
Actually started running last year to support the cancer. Some young ladies that work in our HR department did the Susan G. Komen walk, and so this last year they used this as a fundraiser. So been active in it since then. I had my mother-in-law pass away from cancer 24 years ago, and so it was really close to home.
Jody O'Shea said she has supported the Turkey Trot every year since she lost a dear family member to cancer.
It's a cancer fundraiser, and I feel very strongly about that. The first year was the year after I lost my mom, so I guess that would be 2011. And I'm also a medical provider, so I encourage a lot of people to get out here, be healthy, support cancer, and I feel very strong about it.
Jody was the overall winning women's runner in the Turkey Trot, and men's overall winner was Eric Burke. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We will be right back after this.
If it's metal, we buy it at J&K Recycling, from junk cars to farm equipment and everything in between. We are looking to buy industrial and construction equipment, iron and steel, copper, brass, or aluminum. We buy scrap metal of any kind. We can come to you to clean up your junk so you don't have to. Give J&K Recycling a call today. Remember, if it's metal, we buy it.
A massage at Not Released Therapies is far more than mere luxury. We strive to improve your health and well-being in the process. The stress of everyday life adds up and can cause depression, even bodily harm. That's why our professionals make it their mission to rejuvenate your body and mind. Enjoy the benefits of body wraps, sunless airbrush tanning, aroma steam therapy, and much more. In our opinion, everyone deserves a day of relaxation and peace of mind. Not Released Therapies in Moses Lake, where relaxation means good health.
In Northwest News, the debate over the effectiveness of the Affordable Health Care Act continues as it moves toward whether people can continue with their previous health care policy. Grant County Congressman Doc Hastings recently made a statement about his experience.
Mr. Speaker, we all heard President Obama say that if you like your health care plan, you can keep it, period. A constituent of mine from Yakima, Gary Bailey, writes, "My wife and I are self-employed. Our provider just sent us a letter telling us that due to the Affordable Health Care Act, our policy will no longer be available and we'll have to choose a new policy." He went on to say, "The least expensive policy is double the cost of my original policy, and the deductible went up to $10,000. Mr. Speaker, Gary is not alone. Millions of hardworking Americans have lost the insurance they like and can afford. The Keep Your Health Care Plan that we will vote on tomorrow fulfills President Obama's promise, even if he won't." I yield back.
Moving on to something more enjoyable. If you missed it, here is the story about the crime fighter that warmed the hearts of thousands of people in San Francisco.
With San Francisco cheering him on, 5-year-old Miles Scott lived out his wish of joining his favorite superhero, Batman, for a day of fighting crime.
All right, I think we've got it.
Batman flip. The 5-year-old is waging his own fight against leukemia, and he got to live out his fantasy thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The two superheroes jumped into action after the city's police chief videotaped a plea for help.
Please, Cape Crusader, we need you. And bring the Bat Kid.
He received a police escort as they drove around town in a mock Batmobile. After rescuing a woman who was tied to a make-believe bomb on cable car tracks, Batman and Bat Kid put the Riddler behind bars after he robbed a bank.
Who tricks the Riddler?
The San Francisco Chronicle joined the fun by putting out a special edition, and President Obama even weighed in.
Way to go, Miles. Way to save Gotham.
All the attention drew thanks from the boy's dad.
It's really neat to see how many people have got together for a stranger they don't know and show support for.
Don't be surprised. This is all part of the plan.
The Northern California youngster came to San Francisco thinking his family was buying him a Batman costume. But it turned out to be so much more. Ross Simpson, The Associated Press.
And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.